We are hurting. The pain is deep and often unspoken. Black men are carrying a heavy load. This burden is not just physical but emotional and psychological as well. This weight is often invisible. It's a silent struggle that many endure alone. It's the weight of our history, our pain, and our struggles. Generations of trauma passed down, affecting our mental well-being. We are told to be strong, to be tough, to never show weakness. This expectation is ingrained in us from a young age. But what happens when the weight becomes too much to bear? When the pressure is overwhelming and there's no outlet? Mental health struggles are real. They are not a sign of weakness, but a part of the human experience. They affect everyone, regardless of race, gender, or background. No one is immune to mental health issues. Yet in the Black community, there's a stigma around mental health. This stigma prevents many from seeking the help they need. We don't talk about it, we suffer in silence. This silence can be deadly. The rates of depression, anxiety, and PTSD are high among Black men. These conditions are often left untreated. We are more likely to experience violence, poverty, and incarceration. These factors exacerbate mental health issues. These experiences leave scars, both visible and invisible. The trauma lingers, affecting every aspect of our lives. Ignoring these wounds doesn't make them disappear. They fester and grow, impacting our mental and physical health. It's time to break the silence. We need to start conversations about mental health in our communities. We need to start talking about mental health. It's crucial for our well-being and for the well-being of future generations. We need to create a space where Black men feel safe to be vulnerable, to ask for help, and to heal. Together, we can overcome. Why don't Black men seek therapy? The answer is complex. It's rooted in history, culture, and lived experiences. One major barrier is the stigma surrounding mental health. We are taught to be strong, to endure pain without complaint. Seeking help is often seen as a sign of weakness. There's a pressure to be the strong Black man. We are expected to be providers, protectors, and pillars of strength. Admitting vulnerability can feel like letting down our families and communities. Generations of trauma have also created a culture of silence. We may have witnessed our fathers, uncles, and grandfathers suffer in silence. This silence is passed down, creating a cycle of unaddressed pain. The message is clear. Real men don't need help. This harmful message keeps us trapped in a cycle of suffering. It's not just about stigma, it's about a long history of systemic neglect and abuse. There's a deep-rooted mistrust of the healthcare system within the Black community, stemming from generations of mistreatment. And for good reason. History has shown us that Black bodies are not always treated with care and respect. This has left scars that persist to this day. From the Tuskegee syphilis study to the ongoing disparities in healthcare, we have ample reason to be wary. These events are not just in the past, they continue to affect us. This mistrust can prevent us from seeking help even when we desperately need it. The fear of being mistreated or misunderstood is very real. Finding culturally competent therapists can also be a challenge. The lack of understanding can make the therapeutic process feel alienating. Many Black men struggle to connect with therapists who don't understand their lived experiences. This disconnect can hinder progress and healing. The lack of representation within the mental health field further reinforces the idea that therapy is not for us. Seeing few faces like ours can be discouraging. When we don't see ourselves reflected in the faces of those who are supposed to help, it's easy to feel unseen and unheard. This feeling of invisibility can be overwhelming. Breaking the chains, finding strength in seeking help. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness, it's an act of courage. It's a decision to break free from the chains of stigma and silence. It's a commitment to healing ourselves, our families, and our communities. Therapy can provide a safe space to process trauma, unpack our emotions, and develop healthy coping mechanisms. It can help us understand the root causes of our pain and find ways to heal. There are Black men who have found healing and strength through therapy. They are living proof that seeking help is not a betrayal of our manhood, but a testament to our resilience. Healing ourselves, healing our community, a call to action. This is a crucial moment for us to come together and address the mental health challenges that have long been ignored. Breaking the stigma around mental health is a collective responsibility. It requires each of us to take active steps in fostering an environment where mental health is openly discussed and prioritized. We need to start by having honest conversations about mental health within our families and communities. These discussions can pave the way for greater understanding and support. We need to create spaces where Black men feel safe to be vulnerable, to share their struggles and to support one another. Group therapy, support groups, and online forums can provide a sense of community and shared understanding. These platforms can be lifelines for those who feel isolated. There are also alternative pathways to healing, such as spiritual guidance, meditation, and creative expression. These methods can offer solace and a sense of peace. The most important step is to find what works for you and to know that you are not alone. Support is available, and seeking help is a sign of strength. We must stand together and advocate for our mental health. Let's break the cycle of silence. Let's choose healing. Let's make a commitment to ourselves and each other. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. Let's create a supportive space where we can uplift each other. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos on mental health, personal growth, and healing. Together, we can break the stigma, change the narrative, and build a stronger community. See you in the next video. Let's create a future where Black men feel empowered to prioritize their mental health and well-being. A future where mental health is seen as a vital part of our overall health. Our lives depend on it. Together, we can make a difference.